we meet again, and well met you are. Did you know I've constructed a little theory about you both? Yes, I have indeed.
Oh, true. We also found a Bloodstone, Starstone. I don't even remember. But we also should have unlocked some more rooms.
The theory is this. You are not you. Or rather, you are you, but you is not all there is to you. And that goes for both of you. But I see you're staring at me like a cow stuck in an astronomy lesson, so let me start again.
Ah, that's an amazing comparison. A cow stuck in an astronomy lesson.
I think that you carry two souls inside of you. One that belongs to the mortal human beings that you are now, and one that belongs to certain someones with whom we've both become acquainted.
Ah. The entities that everyone seems to recognize except us.
You remember that segment of the tapestry your efforts helped to mend, don't you? The two great generals? How they led the battle against the Void's first attack on Rivellon? It would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Your connection to the Void, your presence here at the end of time. True, the mystery of Starstone remains, but at this rate, we'll have it sorted out in 2 shakes of Ahu's tail. As luck would have it, a new portal awaits. Perhaps answers do as well. So, onward.
Onward to victory. But let's first talk.
A second soul? Do you think it could be true?
His theories are nonsense. I am who I am, and no other soul is sharing joint custody with my body.
Come now. Just look at the events we've set in motion. Our souls are greater than ourselves. They are
Party
meant to
animal?
soar, and they'll soar yet.
What? Why do we have a party animal? You don't look like Party. You are cute and you are a dog, but you don't look like Party. What? It just disappeared? And now it's a different one? Now it's a pig? Should I even ask about that? Does it even have relevance, or is it just random? It's the Hall of Secrets. That sounds very cool.
What have we here? A study?
Wonderful. About time you got an education.
Roderick, I would be very careful.
Guardians.
He has way more intelligence.
Dear guardians, when I see your faces, it is like the barriers of time tumble in upon themselves.
She seems to know us from the very beginning, from our old lives at the Guardians.
But oh, how my heart aches when I think of the duty you adopted. It was more than even the gods had the right to ask of you. You did not want it, but you took it upon yourselves nonetheless, though many wailed and many wept. In a ruptured world, wherein all resolve had crumbled, you renounced life and liberty to stand guard and protect every last morsel of creation.
But now we are mortal again?
When I despair, I think of your sacrifice. In my darkest hours, I cherish the resolve that was you.
Good thing to be cherished.
Even though apparently we had to give up life and liberty for that to happen.
But did something change since then? And once again, we have 2 ancient letters. Oh. Dearest Henry, dear cousin and king, the honorable generals baffle me. Their behavior has become puzzling and erratic. They are saviors of our realm. They are worshipped by man and divinity alike. Yet they wander down strange and solitary paths. Word has reached me today that one of them has gone, vanished. I wonder, why would they do such a thing now that the very world is theirs to command? And the other Such force, such sudden ruthlessness, such tyranny. Betrayal, almost, of the principles they fought for. These tidings sadden me beyond compare. I think of what could have been and despair. What is it? There must be an answer. What is it that writhed them so? Signed, Lady Helena, Countess of Lelyelland. Yeah, that one we know, the Tales of the Seven Gods. Let's read the other ancient letter. Esteemed General, esteemed Sovereign, as you know, the vanquished void lives still, be it caged in an imperishable god box. We all fear it greatly, for it remains powerful even in confinement. The gods have told us, we need guardians, we need immortals that will safeguard the god box, and thereby safeguard our world forever. I can think of no better candidates than the two heroes that were the void's first undoing. What say you, my sovereign? Will you heed the call of the divines? And will your honorable companion do the same? Signed, Henry, son of William, righteous king of Ferrell. Is becoming the safeguards of the god box the thing where we renounce freedom and everything? Is that the course of action? Ooh, the Teller of Secrets. Sounds like you shouldn't entrust your secret to her.
Hail, holy light, offspring of heaven, firstborn.
That's quite the title. And she sells quite the stuff. Secret from the stars, mundane secrets, lots of them, and secrets of the trade. And also an ancient tome of body mastery and a compendium of mortal techniques. Both are quite expensive. So let's do our favorite thing to get things a little cheaper. Or should I say, for free. Pickpocketing 3 isn't that much actually. But guess we have to make do. We are not skilled enough to steal from her. I think we also have gloves. No, we have gloves allowing us to lockpick. Let's equip them. Just struggling around with equipment a lot today. Wow, and even level 4 is unfortunately not enough. So we have to buy. But first let's talk. Could you maybe tell me something more about yourself?
About me? The Guardian's first disobedience, and the fruit of that forbidden box, whose depths brought death into this world, and all our woe with loss of source, I remember. I come no spy with purpose to explore or to disturb the secrets of your realm, but secrets of my own I bring. The secrets of another world, perhaps not lawful to reveal.
Nice. How exactly did you come to this place?
Which way I fly is here. Myself am here, but in the lowest deep. A lower deep still threatening to devour this homestead opens wide.
You don't really like to give clear answers, do you?
Whence thou returnest, and whither wentest, I know. Direction hardly signifies. To ask or search, I blame thee not. For Rivellon is as the book of the gods before thee set, wherein to read his wondrous works and learn his seasons, hours or days or months or years.
Alright. We have like 20,000 gold. Not sure if there's anything more we could sell so far. Let's see if we can definitely sell some equipment. but she doesn't even have any gold. Just secrets. Most curious about the ancient tomes, to be honest. So let's have a look. What they do. Maybe should have saved before buying them, but mortal techniques. Let's use it. Ah, it was 3 skill points, and the other one, an attribute point. So let's load and think about who needs that the most. I mean, an attribute point is interesting for everyone, I guess. I think I kind of want to give it to Wolgraff, because I think he deals the most damage so far. So I think both things would actually be interesting to have for him. Because I think the 5th level in dual wielding would be quite interesting, because then he can attack more often. Because the cost of attacking is reduced by 3. So let's give him both. And put the point into dexterity. More damage and all. And I think that's all about secrets here. I really like the background here, this galaxy theme. Let's have a look if there's something to loot. Huh? There is. There is. Ah, there it is. Oh, interesting, also 2 bedrolls. Did we sleep here in bedrolls? And let's go back. I love how Zigzags is running. Here we just have 1 Starstone, or were it 2? No, I guess it was 1. Oh, and they are complete. We have Ahu, the cat. We have the Weave of Time,
Still,
Zigzags,
one can't
and
help but
Icara.
wonder where the gods have run off to in all this. The void won't spare them, you know. There's no hiding from the great nothing.
So, let's talk to Icara.
Why, I see Master Zigzags has upgraded from his shabby little hut at the edge of the hour. From the fairy dimension to the, space-time weaver hunter imp one. What do you call this place again?
This is our homestead on the shelter plane at the end of time.
Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share to learn about the magical world yet. The end of time. Well, suddenly your association
nice
with
name.
Master Zigzags makes sense. Well, I must say, it's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies.
I'm not 100% sure how serious she is. She seems kind of funny. Alright, so let's start from the beginning maybe. How exactly is your sister involved in the dire happenings around Rivellon?
I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when your order was still cutting down so-called dark magicians by the dozens.
Don't these source hunters still do that?
Ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was in our blood to interact with Source. But our parents were determined to curb the power within us. Still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters.
So that means someone of our own order killed your parents?
They came on a quiet morning. My mother was wild with fright and commanded me to hide myself and Leandra outside, among the trees. Even at that young age, we knew not to question her.
Aww.
We climbed high into the branches of a nearby tree, and before we could look away, our parents were cut down without ceremony before our door.
Oh gosh. But wait. Centuries ago? How old are they? How old are Icara and Leandra? And why is everyone so old?
The source hunters sauntered away, wiping their blades with pride. 2 more sorcerers dead, a job well done.
Yeah, sounds like source hunters are a really great bunch. Kind of fitting for the second game where the, well, source hunters, so the magisters are also not the best guys, let's say it like that. What exactly became of Leandra and yourself? You obviously survived.
From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation were so potent that the magic within us began to weave together. Our souls became forged together, our bond unbreakable.
We already heard about this soul cage, soul forge or something? About Cassandra and Brachus Rex. Is that why they're still alive?
We would survive, thrive even, within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us were to die, the other would instantly perish too. We kept one another close. Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity.
How
I did my best to
surprising.
guide her, but she fast outgrew my admonitions.
So, tell me, what exactly happened between yourself, Leandra, and that wizard?
My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence, witches among the trees when Zandalore came. Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information, and she wouldn't rest until she'd absorbed every bit of knowledge he offered.
Aw.
Their days were spent on charms, hexes, and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and Zandalore and I would settle into our quiet tasks, side by side. We were a content trio, the 3 of us, but base impulse would undo us.
And there we are at love as a motivation for crisis. What exactly do you mean by base impulse?
As you know, Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. I knew Leandra had developed feelings for Zandalore, and she knew I had too.
Yeah, jealousy.
But it was me to whom he confessed his love. Those quiet evenings together had captured his heart, as they had mine. Her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as sharply as a knife. She fled, without a word, and I didn't see her for 2 terrible years.
No. I mean, yeah, heartbreak is not the best feeling. But remember, friends of the night, if you feel heartbreak, please don't try to destroy the world.
My connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity, a parasite, were atop our souls, sucking the strength from it day by day.
It feels so stupid to say, then it's true, you are a sorcerer. She even told us about sorcery back in Hyberheim. Let's don't say that. So, what does that mean for us? What is our job? How do we stop Leandra?
We've a single order of business first and foremost. Leandra is gathering an army, and I fear we'll have to get through it if we wish to find her. But first, we must learn more about Leandra's plans. How many of these so-called Immaculates does she have in her palm, and to what end is she directing them?
That's a good question. Like, what does she tell them? Is she honest? Is she like, I don't know, existence is pain and that's why we have to destroy the world? And they're like, yay! Or is she using some other ruse? I should definitely become a cult leader.
Your journey must begin in the Lacula mines, where she has been accumulating materials and manpower for a purpose as yet unknown. The way will be dangerous. Her allies are growing more powerful and numerous by the minute. But we must discover exactly what Leandra is planning and why.
Any idea how we should proceed? How could we infiltrate the mines?
A soul forge comes with its own benefits, Source Hunter. Though our connection has weakened, I still see the occasional vision of Leandra's doings, the pangs of her deepest felt emotions,
Very handy.
and flashes of her triumphs. One vision. I had thought it was only a nightmare, but now I see it was something much worse. Leandra is collecting materials, precisely what, I cannot say, and is hard at work shaping them into something sinister.
Sounds like fun.
Her frustrations are rivaled only by her mirth. I can see she's growing closer and closer to achieving something dire. You must make your way deep into the mines to see exactly what she's planning.
We can ask if there's no redeeming for her sister, but I would ask it out of curiosity, but especially Scarlett wouldn't say she is redeemable, and I think even Roderick would be like, yeah, it's not like she did something, as she doesn't seem like she even wants to atone, so but let's ask it anyway. So, don't you think there's some way to maybe redeem her, to get her back from what she's become?
I believe that our soul forge has been damaged. By what? I can only guess. The fraying of the bond between us has left Leandra adrift in a well of sorrow she truly believes will never end. What she needs is a hand, my hand, out of this abyss. If our soul forge is repaired, I am certain she'll cease blazing this path of destruction.
Yeah, and Icara, I'm not really sure if that's how it's going to work.
You and Zandalor have always been close.
Okay. So, let's have a look at the Air Elemental Trader once again. Of course, we are of a higher level now. And after that, let's return to Lacula Forest. And let's try to hear that weird monstrosity. Ah, those books were so expensive. Alright. Let's have a look what we can learn and what's even worth learning. Master. What, level 15? Plant a monstrous egg in a nearby target. What? Set crawling infection. That sounds like a very nice thing to do. I don't know. Costs 8 AP. That's insane. And what is kind of sad is that you can't have a look at like what crawling infection does. But you know what? We will just buy it. And the other thing I want to have a look at are the air skills. Also interesting, Nether Swap, which is in Original Sin 2, is a very low level air spell. I think you need just Arrow Thought on level 1 or 2. Here is actually a master skill to make 2 characters switch places. Invisible, set invisible. The other one is Storm, but that also requires level 15. Let's buy the Nether Swap one. But I think I won't buy the Crawling Infection one. But rather have a look at the other ones. The other master skill. Ooh, Shadow Step. Which, fun fact, is also a low-level skill in Original Sin 2. Combining stabbing and teleportation. Yeah, let's take those two. Doodaloo. And I hope we have enough skill points. We do, so let's learn it. And now back to Locolar Forest. This time for real. Here.